The SEDI strategy that I am presenting today is called Anticipatory Guides. And the purpose of Anticipatory Guides is to spark students' interest in a topic that they're going to study. They also draw on students' prior knowledge on a specific subject or topic. And drawing on prior knowledge works well for ELL students because research shows that the more you can draw out prior knowledge on a topic, the better the comprehension. And of course, we want to do everything we can to help ELLs with comprehending complex text. ELLs have different backgrounds, but anticipatory guides will use their backgrounds, all their experiences, to aid in the understanding of their text. So these anticipatory guides also sparks the students' curiosity about what they are about to study, and they generally make statements. The anticipatory guides will make statements or ask questions that are often misunderstood by people. So the anticipatory guide is a pre-reading exercise, and for this lesson I would have students, for the lesson they would be reading the effects of exercise on the body, the physiological effects of exercise on the body, short-term and long-term effects. So it's a complex text. There's lots of science and different things like that in there. So this will hopefully help them. So the anticipatory guide will be done prior to the reading, and it looks like this. It's just a paper with some questions. There's some directions, and there's some questions. And the directions, I'll just read the directions. Before reading the passage, effects of exercise, read each statement and place a yes by those statements with which you agree and a no by those statements with which you disagree. Write your reasoning for agreeing or disagreeing so you can be a part of the class discussion. So they will write their reason why they wrote yes or no, or check yes or no. So for example, the first question, at the first onset of physical activity, your blood pressure decreases. And they write yes or no, and then they write their reasoning for that. Second question, one drawback of long-term exercise is that your body produces more lactic acid and has a difficult time getting rid of this waste product. Yes or no, and give a reasoning. Okay, so on this one I had five questions. After they do the anticipatory guide, then as a class we will read the text, the complex text, usually as a class because there probably needs to be some teacher guidance. After the reading of the text, the complex text, then what goes along with the anticipatory guide is called a reaction guide. And so in groups, they will get into groups after reading, and the students will revisit their original answers to the questions. So here's the reaction guide. It's very similar to the anticipatory guide. It has instructions, it has the same questions, and they can write confirmed or disconfirmed. So they'll read the original question and they'll say, yes, it was confirmed. My original answer was confirmed, so they'll mark confirmed, or they'll say, no, I was wrong, so disconfirmed. And then they'll put the reasoning, and they could even cite in the text now that they have the text. So there's 5. It's the same 5 original questions from the first one. Okay, so just to sum up, essentially, prior to reading a complex text, students will have the anticipatory guide. They will mark their answers, yes or no, and their reasoning for it. They will read the complex text, generally with the class as a whole, and then in their groups they will go over the reaction guide and figure out which ones were confirmed and which ones are disconfirmed. Okay, so that is anticipatory guide. It's as simple as that, and again, it draws on prior knowledge, prior experience to help with comprehension, and that is the SEDI strategy that I am presenting today. Cheers.